What's going on YouTube, and welcome to Digital Perspective. And in today's video, this is part 2 of yesterday's video, which I'll probably put up there in the cards, for us creating a movie style dashboard using Adobe XD's new features in terms of the animation and the video creation that they've released in the, I believe, November edition, I believe. So yeah, if you're ready, and if you haven't watched the other video, please go to sure to watch that one first, because this is a continuation on that one. And without further ado, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn that notification bell on while you're here. Yeah, let's just roll the intro and get stuck into it. So what's going on, guys? So without further ado, let's just chuck into the PC and carry on from where we left off last time. So you can see here from the last video, we left off here where we actually had all the items laid out and ready essentially for the images that we needed to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start straight away and coloring this thing. So again, if you haven't seen how we got to this stage, be sure to check out the previous video to this, and you'll pretty much go see how we got to this stage here. So the first thing we're going to do firstly is we're going to add the Netflix logo. Now ideally we could add any logo we want, but obviously for this I'm just adding the Netflix because I think that's probably so popular in terms of a streaming platform that any video streaming services is always referred to as a Netflix, right? So anyway, so put that there. That's our logo. We're going to push that. Perfect. Now the next thing we want to do also is we want to add the gray here that we have. We want to add the video to the background of that, right? So again, I've already got a video for some of the trailers that we want to have, so I'm going to put in the Resident Evil, drag that, and I'm going to drag it on top of the gray background that I have. Make sure you don't drag it on top of the gradient that we have, but make sure you drag it on top of this. Now once we have that, we get what the preview video is. I'm just going to double click in that, so now I've entered inside the shape and actually select the video itself. I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger so that you can see these little black bars at the top are removed, because I want this to be like a full screen experience. Also, I want this to be played automatically. And if I click on the little icon here, it gives me some options, or the parameters, I guess, for the video. What I want to do is I want to obviously loop it. I don't want any audio. I think it'd be slightly overkill. I can add a poster. If I click on that picture there and I click on desktop, go to my tutorial folder, obviously I can select an image that I want. Now I believe the Resident Evil one is this one. Not sure exactly how it will look, but essentially this is the movie poster that I'm adding in there. So what will happen is once it gets loaded in, it will automatically start playing the video, right? We want to also do the same thing for these ones, so I'm going to go back to my folder. I'm going to click and drag the Resident Evil poster to the first box. I'm also going to drag it into the shadow box below. You can see the blue, you can see the icon, right, how it's changing. The blue one at the bottom is the shadow box and not the top one. So we click and drag that, push that into there, and ultimately what that's done is given us like a nice little blur button there. I'll zoom into it in a second, but I'm going to add the other videos in the meantime. Our second one's going to be screen, and then I'm going to drag that over the over the blur object at the back, and we'll do the last one, which I think it's a Venom. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the poster at the back. Perfect. So if I zoom in, so now that I've got all of these three pretty much movies that I want selected done, I can just make them bigger if I wanted to, right? So that they can select it, but I think it's too big, so what I'm going to do is I might size it down just to put them there. Perfect. Also, what we're going to do is, depending on which one is actually currently selected, I might just make it slightly bigger. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see that a little bit better, right? So depending on which one's selected, I'm going to make it slightly bigger in terms of size, right? I'm going to add a border, a white border. Let's put like a nice, yeah, let's put like a reddish Yeah, let's put that kind of coloring border. I'm going to keep that there so that I can save it later on, so I know what color that is. What else? I want to add some shadow to this text so that it does pop a little bit better. Then I guess perhaps depending on if we have like another image which is probably a lot more whiter. So I'm going to click on the shadow. You can see the shadow has been blurred. I'm going to blur it heavily. I'm going to shift it down a little. Perfect. Right, for the other ones, I mean, ideally what I can do, I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to add another plugin, which I haven't got, but I know exists, and that's movie posters, right? So what this does is it actually just, you can actually just find any movie poster from any year, in any title, and it actually fills it out for you, which I thought was fantastic. So I'm going to select all 4 boxes, click on movie posters, generate movie posters, and let's just generate random, it doesn't matter. Oh, it needs me to put criteria in there. Fine. So we're going to say what year? 2020 19. Let's say 19. Let's say 2019. 2019. That's not even a number. 2019, I should say. Film by genre doesn't really matter. Hopefully, it can let me have it without the genre. Perfect. So it's filled those in for me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the borders there. Now, ideally, I mean, if I wanted, I know that's not the aspect ratio of movie posters, but I can actually size them down to fit more of a movie poster style. So let's go back. Actually, let's do this properly, right? Let's do this properly, guys. We're not here to do things half-assed, right? So I'm going to size it down until it's about a movie poster size, which is about that. I'm going to click repeat grid and I'm going to stretch it, and there we go. Right, perfect. I'm going to ungroup those, select all of them again, and then go to movie posters. I want to generate the same thing, 2019, generate posters. Perfect. Right, so those movie posters are done for us. That's technically not newest films, then, is it? Anyway, I digress. So what we want to do now is that now that this is in, we just want to make sure everything else is almost sorted and nice. So later on in the third part of the video, what we're actually going to do is we're going to walk through how we animate things, right? We're not going to do it in this video. This is more about styling things and making things pop and putting color and images to it. So I think it's pretty much ready. So if I, you know, I mean, you can see here that the video is going to play on there. We've got the 18, we've got the text, we've got the movie posters and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully you've liked that video. Again, if you haven't watched the first part of the video, we're going to put that in the description, and we're also going to put it in the end cards. But yeah, be sure to check that out, and tune in tomorrow for the last part of this video, where we can actually go ahead and learn how to animate the rest of, you know, this prototype and put everything together. So hopefully you're enjoying this series. If you do, please drop a like and a comment below and let us know what you think about it. And yeah, be sure to check out the previous video. I'm going to put the previous video up there, and the other videos I'm going to put down there. And yeah, my name is Khalid, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.